Hey guys, welcome to another week.
Another White Claw wrap-up.
Poppin' tops. So, as ironic as this is, if you look at the little backdrop, the little back setting here, this is where Elise and I met not 3 years ago. And Elise was clarifying the story today because I said that it was a beautiful sunny day with just
at a picturesque pool
with like no wind and bright blue skies and 85 degrees and sunny. But Elise actually goes, no, Justin, it was the same weather that's behind us today. So I guess in my mind, when I saw her, she just created this ray of sunshine for me. But regardless, it sets the table very well.
I'm sure you still feel that way today. Huh?
I do. It's a bright blue sky every day because that's the choice I make, babe.
Okay. Good choice.
So, today, as ironic as that is, we're talking about
relationships.
And what are we talking about within relationships?
We are talking about not only your intimate relationships, but also relationships come in all shapes and sizes. It's not about just, what we have here, a one-on-one relationship, but it's also a relationship you have with your mother or your brother or your whatever, your sister-in-law, whatever it may be. I think that's what our topic is for the day.
Love it. So, when we first started dating, we had to do long distance. We were bi-coastal, as a lot of people knows our story. I was in Anaheim and San Diego in California, and Elise was
based still in New York.
In New York City.
11 years strong.
And in doing that, it immediately made us focus on and have to actually develop the most important thing in a relationship, and that's communication. And it made us get into these deep conversations and really understand what made myself tick and what made Elise tick on things that were so much bigger than just surface level.
And in fact, we actually got to know each other at a much quicker pace than had we been living in the same city.
Oh, hands down. And so, what I want to discuss...
Did I say better or quicker? I meant to say quicker.
Okay, it definitely happened faster.
Faster, yeah.
Without a doubt. So, if you go and take a look at what that was and the system that we just happened to fall into, we ended up in 4 areas of communication. And those areas were...
So the main 4 levels of communication, and again, this goes for any type of relationship that you're in. There's above surface. If you think of an ocean, right? So you have above surface. And that's really the logistics of a relationship. And then you have subsurface. And those are things that you think, right? Like, I think that, I don't know, help me out here.
Well, we could even go subsurface is what we would have for dinner. And then...
No, that's above.
That's above surface, sorry.
Yeah.
So above surface, like, what would we have for dinner? And then subsurface would be, well, where do we want to eat it? And then the
deep level, those are your feelings.
Would be like that deeper conversation we would have at dinner. And then the ocean floor would be things that were really sitting on us that we had to have a very deep, intimate conversation
Right, that's where really intimate conversations happen.
So within those 4 levels, the surface, subsurface, deep, and ocean floor, theoretically, in the perfect, and one of the things you hear from us all the time is that it's not about being perfect, it's about being better. But you always want to have this little bit of rhythm to those 4 areas. So with our coach, our relationship coach, she was talking about being...
She said she said most people that come to her spend 85 or more % of their time in the above surface in just the logistics.
And it's no wonder that you can't foster anything deep. You can't really create this connection, both at, like Elise said, with your mother-in-law, with your parents, with your spouses, with your sisters, with your business employees, and with your coworkers. So it is so important to have this mixture. And it's always going to be different. Some weeks for us, we're really well balanced. We're 25, 25, 25, 25. And then other weeks, we need to spend more time on that ocean floor. where we're talking about the deep things, and we're...
Or above surface.
Or above surface. It might be a very logistical week where we've got a lot going on and we need to spend time there. But it goes back to the same thing as what Own It is with the 8 pillars.
Having that balance. It's the biggest thing. Having
the balance, but also a rhythm where, like your ocean example, everything is kind of waving through there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing that comes along with this is once you identify those 4 levels, it takes this level of awareness, this level of being understanding of each other and what the week is bringing, and we call that checking our levels. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, we do that twice a week, and yeah, we just go through and make sure that we are balanced, and it's a good thing to do, honestly, in any relationship that you have.
And taking a look at where each other's feeling, how you feel the week is gone, the space in which you've spent the most time in those 4 levels, and then identify what needs to change. What can I do better? What's working for us? And what can we start to switch out a little bit? And that's what allows that rhythm and that understanding and that connection to really start manifesting itself and coming through, so that you can have those deep conversations and know that it's okay. Or you can be above surface and really make and have the intention of going a little bit deeper. So I think checking back into those levels and really really identifying on them is so important. And that's quite honestly what by accident we're forced into when we were working in distance.
Yeah.
So by being in this lockdown right now and being in these close quarters, I think this is something that we can just do so well and so effectively if we are aware of it. Because we are in close proximity all the time, and we need to be checking our levels, and we need to be understanding what we can do on a day-to-day basis to improve that communication with our significant other, with our kids, with our families, and with the people that we work with. So that's a simple way just to take a look at what we can do.
And I think that's a wrap.
That's all?
Yeah.
All right. 4 levels. Be sure to check in, identify where you're at, so that you can continue to develop the relationships that are most important in your life. Real people, real habits, real results, real life.
Happy weekend.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. Go own it.